Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Whiteboard Machine Learning. In this tutorial, we will see a very important concept in machine learning predictive modeling process, that is feature selection. So as you can see, feature selection refers to the techniques that select a subset of the most relevant features or columns for a dataset. Fewer features can allow machine learning algorithms to run efficiently, less space or time complexity, and be more effective. Some machine learning algorithms can be misled by irrelevant input features, resulting in worse predictive performance. So as you can see from this definition, it is very important to actually choose the relevant and the most important features that can be used to build a machine learning model. As you simply increase the number of features in building a predictive model, the machine learning model performance drastically decreases, when you push the model onto the production. Therefore, it is very important to actually choose the relevant and the most important one that will actually give us the better predictions. In this tutorial, I will talk about the different feature selection methods one by one. To start with guys, it is very important to actually know the different libraries being used in machine learning and also some of the fundamental of Python programming language. I'm going to actually import the packages such as pandas and numpy, and also I'm going to read the diabetes.csv. I will use this very simple data set to demonstrate the important feature selection methods over here. And you can see over here, I will just try to read the data set and separate the input part and the output part over here, which is x and y. And then I will check the head of x and head of y over here. And I'm going to also check the columns present in the input variable x. Okay, if you just notice here, let me just comment this y dot head. If you look into this, we have the different columns or features such as pregnancy, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes pedigree functions, and age. This is a very famous dataset called PIMA India's diabetes dataset. This is with respect to diabetes in women. Number of time a woman is pregnant, the glucose level in woman, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, body mass index, and pedigree functions, diabetic functions, which gives you the family history, diabetic family history, and the age of a person. Okay, so that's basically your input. If you just see here, we have 3 plus 3, 6 features plus 2, it's like 8 features we have. And if you notice the target column, we have ones and zeros. Okay, this is a classification problem. Typically it's a binary classification. 1 indicates diabetic, 0 indicates non-diabetic. So we have 8 features here. Out of these 8 features, my intention is to guess the important 4 features that will help us to actually predict the outcome variable y. To do so, I will just use one of the widely used methods in machine learning called select k best method. So I will just use the functions like select k best method. K stands for number of features you will have to choose to build a predictive model, and then chi-square. Chi-square stands for it's a statistical way of analyzing the importance of features. I will use both of these functions. These are imported from the scikit-learn.feature selection package over here. Let me just try to import it by pressing shift enter. So that will import all these packages. It is very important to actually initialize this function. Let me just initialize this function, select k best method, and there are two important parameters such as score function is chi-square. As you can see, the same chi-square is being passed here, and I'm also trying to say how many number of features I want to select out of 8 input features. So I want 4 important features, okay, that will help us to predict whether a person is diabetic or non-diabetic. So therefore I'm trying to say k is equal to 4 over here. Let me just store that entire thing inside an object called test over here. I will take this test object and use a fit function. I'll pass this x and y. Okay, we try to just um, pass this x and y to this fit function so that we create a simple select k best model over here. Let's call that as fit. So once you're done with that, so you have some of the attributes present for this model, such as scores underscore. This is basically the built-in things what we have in scikit-learn package. So I'm just using this fit dot scores underscore that will give us a different weights for the different features we have in our dataset. So the input X has got 8 for all the input features. We get different weights. That is the point here. Let me just try to just store this entire scores in the form of a pandas data frame. So for that I'm going to use the pandas data frame function, parameter data fit dot scores underscore, and I'm going to actually create a column called columns scores, and also I'm going to set the index, nothing but rows. Index is equal to x dot columns. Let me just call that data frame as scores underscore df. Okay, so we get different weights or different scores for 8 input features we have. I'm going to sort it in descending order. That is why I'm actually trying to keep ascending is equal to false over here. When I say ascending is equal to false, it is getting sorted in descending order. That's what you'll have to understand. And how do you sort it? By score. So we can see we have a column called score. We'll have to sort it by the score. So that's what we are trying to do here using a sort values functions of pandas data frame. Let me just quickly see what we have here. As you can see, we have the different scores being given. This is basically the scores given by select k best method along with the chi-square method being passed over here. As you can see from this, we can easily see we have sorted in descending order: insulin, glucose, age, BMI, pregnancy, skin thickness, etc. All of this variable has got different scores, and different scores are sorted in descending order. So as per this particular method, we can easily understand that if you want to say whether a woman is diabetic or non-diabetic, so the model is trying to say that okay, insulin is a very important feature. If the insulin is very high, then the woman is highly diabetic in nature, and the glucose level and the age and then body mass index. So therefore what we can consider, instead of keeping all these all these 8 features, we can certainly go with the top 4 features that will help us to predict whether a woman is diabetic or non-diabetic. In this case, insulin, glucose, age, and BMI can be used to build a machine learning model that can easily say um, whether a woman is diabetic or non-diabetic in this case. Okay, so it is like the trial and error approach. You can certainly try it with the different features over here. However, as per this approach, we see the top 4 important features are insulin, glucose, age, BMI. So this method is called as select k-best method, typically used for the classification approach. We'll also talk about the different techniques in the upcoming videos, such as RFE, called as recursive feature recognition technique. Thanks very much. If you have liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.